every manufacturer is on some kind of, sustainability / net zero journey. Where is Carlsberg Britvic on that journey, and what are some of the key milestones that have already been reached?
Really important for us as an organisation. It sort of, the whole sustainability journey goes across a number of things. The three big things in our industry would be around packaging, water usage, which I've mentioned both, and carbon. Let me just talk about carbon for a moment, because it's probably more universal for people. So first of all, we've invested a lot in solutions to try and take our usage down, and there where we are using energy solutions, we've tried to make them sustainable. And I mentioned there, we invested in a big solar farm, for example, in Northampton. That accounts for about 60% of the electricity that we're using in the UK. But so that really helps us when you're getting into scope 2 emissions. We've just got a couple of binary solutions left that we need to fix. So that's fairly easy to get hold of. When you get into scope 1, so to do with the work we're doing at the site, we're lucky in the beer industry. We already have a really strong carbon recapture solution, which then flows back into the product. So you almost end up in this closed loop cycle. Don't do the same in the soft drink side. So what we're trying to do is bring in new technologies. I mentioned heat pumps there, for example. So removing old boilers, getting energy usage down. And that allows us to get control of scope 1, but it's not as binary as scope 2, but at least we've got a path to zero. We've reduced our scope 1 emissions by 2/3 since 2017 through technology and process use. And the final bit then is working with the supplier base, so your scope 3. So we're investing in both education and equipment with our supplier base, really to help us bring down scope 3, which, as for most people in the manufacturing or supply chain world, is the vast majority of their emissions. So that's where the energy is going now for us, particularly in packaging, which is by far and away the biggest influence on our scope 3 emissions.
What would be your top tips for other manufacturers that are currently either already on the net zero journey or just looking to get started?
Two things I'd say there, Joe. Number one, make it important to your business. And there's a number of ways of making it important. That could be because you give people targets. It could just be important because tariffs are coming if you don't get on that net zero journey. But it's really about making it important. And I don't just mean to the executives. I mean all the way through. For us, that's right through to the operators on each of our lines. So we're putting it in incentives, bonuses, pays against it, but in a positive sense, not in a negative punishment. It's more about rewarding for great development towards net zero. And the other thing, really simply, is education. You've got to get people to understand why we need to do this and what they could do to help.